In this tutorial, we'll add buttons and pressure plates to Minecraft. Let's see how to do that. Buttons and pressure plates are sort of the last really complicated blocks in terms of their block states and their block models that we're going to add for a while. And once again, to make our lives easy, we can simply copy the amethyst slab twice in this case. And then the first one is going to be the amethyst button. And of course, the same in the name here, button. And this is going to be a stone button block. Now we actually do need to add something here. After hardness and resistance, we also want to add does not block movement. Now this will prevent the block from actually extending. So the button, of course, is a very tiny block, but if you were to place it on the ground and actually step on it, a normal button doesn't get the player to move a bit higher, so this needs to be added to the button. And then for the pressure plate, pressure underscore plate, so amethyst pressure plate, and then here the same pressure underscore plate. And this is going to be a pressure plate block, and we actually need to pass it in a sensitivity, so this is sensitivity, and we're just going to choose everything in this case, and then put in a comma. So the constructor for the pressure plate block actually needs a sensitivity, and then the abstract block properties. The registration is already complete. Now, onto the JSON files. If you have seen the previous tutorials, then of course you know the process of how this goes. We go down to the external libraries and get some examples from the Net Minecraft client extras 1.16.5, whatever your version is, the asset folders from Minecraft. Now in this case, I'm going to make my life a little bit easier, and I'm actually going to take my pre-programming where I've already done those. So we're just going to take those, and as you can see, everything is already done. This is of course available in the description below. So once in the GitHub, and you can also quickly get to these files in gist.github.com. It's basically like pastebin, where you can just copy over the contents of those files. It's going to make this really easy, and you don't have to necessarily actually type all of this out. If we take a look at the block states for the pressure plate, it's actually fairly easy. It's just a powered, false, or true. So this is simply whether or not something is on the pressure plate. If it's not the case, then powered is false. Otherwise, powered is true. And then we select a different model so that the pressure plate sort of indents a little bit and is a little bit smaller when something is pushed onto it. So this would be the model for the pressure plate down. And then the normal pressure plate is just the normal pressure plate model. The amethyst button, as you can see, is a little bit more complicated. Now this simply is because you can place it on the floor, the ceiling, or the wall. So it needs a different model for that. And also whether or not you're south, north, west, or east facing, or east or west facing, rather that way, because depending on that, we are actually going to change the direction a little bit. This is what you've probably seen. If you look straight up at the ceiling, place the button down, then remove it, turn 90 degrees, and place it again, then the orientation is going to be different because your facing was actually different. That's why there's so many variants here in the amethyst button, block states, tutorial mod, of course, and then amethyst button, and then there's also an amethyst underscore button pressed. So those are the two models that we're going to need to implement. And yeah, let's go to the models. Once again, I'll make my life a little bit easier by just copying those over. Just take a look in the description below. You can, of course, download this very easily as well. So let's take a look. Amethyst button, well, it just refers to the amethyst block for the texture. And then same with the pressure plate, actually. For the normal pressure plate, we have pressure underscore plate up. And then for down, we have it down. This once again refers to the amethyst block. Same goes for the amethyst button in the inventory. This simply refers to button underscore inventory. And then the press button is simply button pressed. So the model files overall are not that complicated. Same with the item files. The button item file, the button item model simply refers to amethyst button inventory, and the amethyst pressure plate simply refers to the normal pressure plate. Also, don't forget to add the translation into the lang file here, the en underscore US JSON lang file. And after you've added that and all of the files are in, let's see if it worked. Alright, we find ourselves in Minecraft, and as you can see, the amethyst button and the amethyst pressure plate have been successfully added to the game, and I've already prepared a little something right here. So if we, for example, throw an item onto the pressure plate, it's going to activate. There you go. We can also, of course, walk over it, and it also works. And the button, as you can see, if I click it, also works totally fine. We can also place it on top of the block and, well, basically on all sides. You can also place it on the underside of a block, just like you would with any normal button. And as you can also see, if I walk over it, there's no obstruction. I'm not stepping onto it. This is, of course, because we have called the does not block movement method, which is very important for the button. Right, and once again, this is actually how easy it is to add a button and pressure plate. Once again, I've already mentioned it, but all of the assets, GitHub repository, and all of the individual files are linked in the description below for download, so you don't have to type everything out yourself. Now, if you found this useful and you learned something new, I would very much appreciate a like from you, as well, of course, subscribe for more tutorials just like this, and I will see you in the next one. So, yeah.